was January 1969 and traffic here on Savile Row came to a stop. Why? Because of what was going on up there. The Beatles were playing their last ever concert on top of what was then the headquarters of their own company, Apple. 4 decades on, it's still a place of pilgrimage for Beatles devotees, including fan club chairman Richard Porter, who runs Beatles tours of London.
It's also, of course, they did their famous rooftop concert for Let It Be right above us here.
Tell me, what was going on with the Beatles at the point that they decided to do this concert?
They were making a film, initially called Get Back. It's going to be a film of them making their new album. But also they wanted a climax for the film. And it's almost certainly Paul McCartney that's thought, well, let's do it on the roof.
What do you think made them finally opt for a rooftop concert?
There's so many different ideas for a venue like Roman Amphitheatre in Tunisia, a luxury cruise liner. As John Lennon said, we should do it in a lunatic asylum. It was getting fed up with all the suggestions and stuff. The only place they could think of where they could just do it, because it's their own building. The recording studio's in the basement, so let's just get on the roof and just get this over with.
Then as now, Savile Row's the HQ for fine British tailoring. In 1969, Brian Lishark was a tailor's apprentice and a huge Beatles fan.
I looked out to see what was going on. Everybody was looking up, and across on the roof of the Apple building, number 3, there was a performance going on. The Savile Row just filled up, people all staring up into the sky. But the noise was huge. More and more people accumulated. I'd never seen Savile Row like it before.
Did Savile Row approve of what was going on?
No, I think they frowned upon it.
As Brian enjoyed the concert, nearby a young police officer called Ken Wolfe was out on the beat. His day changed when a call came through to a police box.
I picked it up, and there was this grumpy old sergeant, and he said to me, "Can you hear that music, lad?" And I said, "No, Sarge." I said, "There's a lot of traffic here." And he said, "Well, get your mate from Shaftesbury Avenue to go and turn it down, wherever it is." I said, "Yeah, OK." And it was the song Get Back, and I knew then, of course, it was the Beatles. That sound was so distinctive, coming from their offices of the Apple building at 3 Savile Row. So I, like everybody else, sort of quickened the pace, because I wanted a bit of the action as well. And then turned right to Savile Row. Cabbies had stopped. Guys stood on the corner with their pipes and rolled newspapers, just looking up and just joining in. It was just an amazing atmosphere.
But he knew it couldn't last.
As a policeman, Ken was one of the few people to get up on the Apple roof itself.
These railings weren't here, but there was some makeshift health and safety here to stop them from falling off the edge. And John Lennon was over there. There were people moving around, taking better shots, etc. Nobody certainly didn't want to sort of say to them, turn this music down. It was just, how long are we going to go on for? Can we have another song? It gave thousands of people, one of the most great experiences of their life. And for me, as a young police officer here in the 1960s, to come up and stand next to, one of my top idols was something I'll never forget.
It may not look like much, but this is a historic place. And what strikes me is the diversity of the types of people they would draw. Teenagers, your bowler-hatted tailor, your local bobby. It just shows you the power of the Beatles' music.